Happy birthday, Aquarius. My name is Nigel and you have found Älkëmï. This is your birthday pick a card reading. It's actually a pick a crystal reading. There's going to be 3 groups to choose from. Take your time. I'm going to hold up each crystal. After I finish announcing each crystal, you'll have a second or two to look at the crystals. If you like, you can pause if you'd like to meditate on it or really give it some more thought. You're welcome to pause it and really look at everything. So for group number 1 here, we have Pyrite. Look how beautiful that piece is. And the card says, my confidence is rock solid. I take positive action to manifest my goals. Group number 2 will be the clear quartz. If you notice, there's double points on this one. Look how beautiful that is. And this says, I am a clear channel of love, light, and well-being. All of my heart's desires are realized now. Clear quartz. Group number 3, we have Celestite. This one's beautiful, big, heavy. Look at that. Beautiful piece. And this says, I have, see, notice, and understand messages from the divine. Celestite. Group number 1. Let me put this side by side so you could. Okay. So we have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. I invite you to pause the video, take as long as you'd like, make a choice, and in the comment section you will see the clickable links to each group. Again, group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. I'll see you all on the other side. If you have chosen the Pyrite group number 1, this is your reading. This card says, maintain an organized approach to life, manifest goals with ease, experience a solid foundation, be grounded and focused, realize financial freedom. Okay, I am going to shift into warp speed, build a reading around this whole thing. You're welcome to sit and watch, or you can skip straight ahead through the shuffling. Either way, the choice is yours, group 1. I will see you on the other side. Happy birthday, group 1. If you have chosen the Pyrite, this is your reading. Okay, so I want to start out each group by saying that if you were torn between 2 groups, if you were torn between 2 stones, you might want to listen to both of them. Or if one doesn't resonate quite so much, the other one might. So being that you have 3 choices, you're welcome to listen to all 3. Of course, listen to the one that you feel drawn to as an Aquarian. Now, this reading, I feel, is for somebody who is letting go of something, releasing something, moving on from something. It's a task that's difficult. So if that sounds like your reading, then this is your reading. So let's start here. Obviously, this is the card of letting go, right? And it says, allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. Yeah, I mean, Sedna is the goddess that is drowning in pain. It's sort of like a dark night of the soul, something that you may have experienced already, something that you may have yet to experience. But if this is your reading, you know exactly what this is, okay? This isn't going to be a big surprise to you. Here in this column, you also have the Explorer and the Release card, which came out together. I was trying to get one card, but they both came out, so I took them. And you're being called upon to release, again, let go, release, and explore. Explore your feelings. You may not feel very comfortable doing that, Aquarius. You may feel like it's needless pain. Like, why am I going to put myself through this? Sometimes it's necessary to explore this, to get through it, so you can really start healing from it. It's not enough to just walk away. Sometimes you really do need to explore it and pick at that wound and get all the poison out before it grows over, and you don't want that poison stuck inside you. So you are going through something. We've established that, right? Something that put out your fire, something that zapped your passion, something that made you feel very unlike yourself, something that perhaps gave you depression, bad dreams with the Nine of Swords here. Bad dreams, sleepless nights, lackluster existence. This is something that you are slowly coming out of. You're slowly coming out of this. This is something that is going away, that has been in your life for quite some time, for better or for worse. Something that was making you, putting you in a position where you couldn't move forward. You were sort of stuck in limbo in this situation. You do have at the bottom of the deck, and what you don't see coming, you have the Nine of Wands, which is determination, right? Determination to see this through, determination to set a new path, right? You have the beginning of planning again. You're going to start planning. You notice the wands are starting to turn around. They started upside down. They're starting to turn around. You have, you're going to be able to pick. You're going to have the strength to say no to things that you know are toxic. You're going to be able to pick the right cup. You are going to see fruit from your labor. You're going to see fruit. And here we go. We have the Page of Wands. So you go from the Ace of Wands in reverse to getting that spark back again. Who's ever reading this as I hear you and I see you, okay? I understand how this feels. You have the Three of Swords right here. And in this deck, ironically, this is the sign of Gemini. Just for this deck, this is what it represents. So if you might have a Gemini highly aspected in your life or in your chart. But in any case, this is pain. This is the foundation that this was built on. It was pain. This is a very painful thing for you. You have here the Six of Coins, so no more breadcrumbing, you notice? No more breadcrumbing. This was in reverse. You're going to have the celebration. You're going to come into this, Aquarius, but you have to do the work first. And Aquarius is never afraid of work, but Aquarius sometimes can be afraid of emotions. And feeling those emotions. We are wrongly targeted with the other members of the zodiac, with people saying that we have no emotions. Oh no, we have emotions. We have emotions that are so turbulent that we choose to suppress them sometimes, because we know that walking around raw like that doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't make you go forward. It clouds you. I get that. In this situation, it's important for you singularly to hyper-examine this and let that wound close up. You do have the Hermit, and here it is, introspection, Virgo energy, but more than that, it's introspection. And I am going to stop right here with this Death card, because this is the death of this and the rebirth of something else. I'm going to try to get one more card that I am so not prepared for. I have to grab a deck. Here. Let me grab this one. Okay. Sorry about that, Aquarius. Okay. Show me, Spirit. Show me some timelines in divine timing. Don't you hate that, Aquarius? I hate that. But at the bottom of the deck, it says in the summer. So listen. look, it does say divine timing. It does say in the summer. So I would look towards this. I would look towards doing this work now in the winter. I think that you have the possibility of manifesting your way out of this, manifesting a better life for yourself once you get past this by the summer. So it is divine timing. So between you, it's between you and the divine. It's not all in the divine's lap, and it's not all in your lap. You have to work as a team to get through this, but you have to let go of what needs letting go. One thing that kept repeating itself over and over in this reading is letting go, releasing, letting go, releasing. And it says, maintain an organized approach to life, manifest goals with ease. My confidence is rock solid. I take positive action to manifest my goals. It's your choice. I really think that you're going to get through this no matter what. It's just a question of speed, right? You're either going to get through it quickly with your own help, or you're going to get through it slowly, but you'll get through it either way. I really wish you all the best. As an Aquarian, I understand how you feel, whoever you are. Please leave a comment so this is clear to me who this is for. I wish you all the best, Aqua. Happy, happy birthday. If you have chosen this beautiful quartz crystal, this is your reading. I am going to shift into warp speed, carefully shuffle and lay out all your cards. You're welcome to sit and watch, or you can skip straight ahead. Either way, I'll see you on the other side. Hello, Aquarius. Happy birthday. This is your reading if you have chosen this beautiful double-pointed quartz. Okay, let's get started. This is Durga. She's an Indian goddess. She is, and if I am mispronouncing her name, I'm pretty sure I'm not, but if I am, feel free to correct me in the comments. I'm not going to get insulted. She is the goddess of boundaries. She comes up in a reading when boundaries are needed in your life, with the people in your life. It doesn't necessarily mean always that the people in your life are bad. It just means that you might be guilty of not having boundaries that you need, either with the good people or the bad people. Their harmony comes up along with power. So when you see harmony, power, and boundaries in a reading that is pushing you forward from your birthday, it is very indicative of someone who would love harmony in their life, is going to step into their power. But Spirit is reminding you that boundaries, for some reason, are very important. You need boundaries. This, interestingly enough, some of these cards, and you saw I was flipping them. I wasn't choosing them with these tarot. And some of these cards are very much like group number one. So it's pretty interesting. You do have whatever situation it is that you have in your life that you need boundaries with, that you are trying to break free of and create harmony, that it really makes sense that you chose this quartz. Quartz is an amplifier, and it is a very powerful crystal. So we have here a situation that perhaps brought on some depression, gave you a stuck energy, perhaps some sleepless nights. You have here something, and it has been in your life for quite some time. This isn't a new situation. This is a situation that has been around for a while. By the way, I forgot to mention, if this particular reading does not resonate with you and you were attracted to two crystals, you might want to check out the other readings. But this particular reading is for someone who is trying to move forward from a situation, and boundaries are necessary for that. You have here determination. So you might be very determined to accomplish this, Aquarius. You might already be in the situation where you're like, you know, I've had enough. The planning is underway, or it will be very shortly. You're going to start planning for this. You are trying to avoid a tower moment here. Or you perhaps have or will avoid a tower moment. Most of the time I tell people avoiding the tower is pointless, right? But I do think in this situation, a tower is something, how do I put this? You're avoiding spirit bringing on a tower moment for you. You're creating the tower yourself. You are pulling away from a situation that you know if you don't pull away from it, spirit's going to come in and do it for you. And I'm sure you know it's much better for you to take the reins, create the boundaries, and do the work yourself. You have here, what is this? The Five of Swords. Yeah, it's the Five of Swords reversed here, and it will be the end of arguing, of being defensive. Apparently there was anti-harmony in this situation, Aquarius. That's coming to an end. You do have the Five of Cups. This isn't a situation that made you happy. This is not a situation that you are going to mourn losing. But it doesn't look like it's easy to get out of either. It looks like there is something that's sort of, there's snags. There are snags that are going to be, there's boundaries that are going to be necessary. There are a few snags along the way. It's not something that you're going to sit and pour your heart and soul and cry about, but you know, you recognize it's going to be some work. But the situation has definitely zapped. You recognize that this situation is not healthy for you. This could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be a pattern that you recognize in yourself. But whatever it is, it was not allowing action on your part to move forward, as we can see with both these cards. Both the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands are in reverse, and it is the opposite of action. But here, finally, after the smoke clears, we have our Six of Swords, our movement into the future, our movement into a better place. And here we go, Aquarius. We have our Eight of Wands along with that. And in this deck, this particular deck, this is my favorite card. Look how beautiful that Eight of Wands is. Right next to this movement, you have movement upon movement. You do have, I'm not going to pull past this High Priestess. It's a major arcana. I try to stop at major arcana, especially when I've pulled a few cards. But you are going to come into some knowledge. You're going to come into the harmony of knowing. You're going to have peace once you create these boundaries. There's boundaries needed when you pull away from this situation. And I would appreciate you telling me exactly what I'm talking about, because I know for each of you it's going to be different. And as far as timing goes, it says this month. So, and at the bottom of the deck, look at this. Oh, so look, whoever's reading this it looks like you are doing the work. You know what's necessary. You know what you need to do. Spirit is reminding you that you need boundaries for this whole thing. For some reason, boundaries are on the table and it's strong. But with the High Priestess here, my God, you have all the power you could possibly imagine, especially with this goddess. January, this month, you are going to see some movement, Aquarius. You're going to see some sign. I'm not going to say all your problems are going to go away this month, but there is something that's going to happen this month to let you know very, very clearly that you're on the right track. And I need you to come back to this reading and let me know what that is when it happens. Because I'm an Aquarian, and so I'm very interested in your future. Okay, Aquarius, I wish you the happiest birthday. Namaste. If you have chosen the beautiful Celestite, and this is a gorgeous piece, people, this is your reading. I am going to shift into warp speed, carefully shuffle and lay out all your cards. You're welcome to watch, or you can just skip ahead straight to the reading. I will see you on the other side. Okay, everybody. I want to mention that if you were attracted to more than one crystal and you couldn't decide, or you felt a pull, that other reading might be yours. As we start speaking about this reading, you will know right away whether this is your reading or not. Interestingly enough, all three groups have had certain aspects of their readings that were the same. Some of them were quite different, but I would say that there were things that point to similarities here too. This particular reading is probably for someone who, again, is walking away from something or someone. And it looks like this might have stemmed from an injustice that was done to you. This is something that definitely, we're going to go through each card. I'm just sort of giving you a summary so you can kind of get a feel if this is yours or not, or if you want to go click on something else. But yeah, this is somebody who may want to push past the pain, the bad part, Interesting. This is one of the groups was similar to this as far as not wanting to face certain things and deal with certain things. And so let's get started. We do have this card, and this goddess usually comes out here when we are trying to pull a harvest. We want the harvest now. We're trying to sort of rush the results of something that we're doing. You want harmony above all things, Aquarius. One of your new goals, or perhaps it was always your goal, but it's certainly your goal now, is to have harmony in your life. And in order to have that harmony, you need a certain harvest, apparently. You do have this, it says connect to heart. There are two dogs on here. You might be pulled. Your heart and your head might be pulling you in two different directions. At least whoever this reading is for. You do have the Knight of Cups. This is a love situation that perhaps did not work out. The person was not who they claimed to be. They didn't give you what they were supposed to give you. You do have here the King of Swords, and this is you stepping into the power of the clarity of the King of Swords, Aquarian energy. And I can see how your heart and your head are pulling you here. You're trying to skip past some of this unnecessary pain to get to your harvest. And I do understand that you do have a lot to offer. You have a lot to offer someone, but you do have to, unfortunately, examine this pain and figure out where it's coming from, what caused it, what your part in it was, what their part in it was. Really sort it out, and then you could move on. And your harvest is here waiting for you, but you can't pick it too soon. The universe is not going to let you have what it is you're trying to get until you do the work, is what I'm seeing here. There is Leo energy here on the table, by the way, along with Libra energy. But more than that, you do have a situation that put out your light. It put out the light that made you special. You do have here your Ten of Cups in reverse. It took away your happiness. It may have impacted you financially as well. You may be looking at this and saying to yourself, I've been through this already. I've already handled it. This is old energy. But I beg to differ. It's old energy, perhaps time in human time, but it's not old energy as far as your goals. You have a harvest. You have a goal of obtaining a harvest and acquiring harmony in your life. Spirit is saying that you have to sort through this and figure out all the details of why it happened. Figure out what your part was. I keep going back to that. Now, sometimes somebody can do us so wrong that we hate that when someone says, what was your part in it? Because we're like, well, my part in it was that I love them. And, that's it, and they did me wrong. Okay, but your part also is that you didn't see certain red flags. Now, if this is a job situation, it's actually the same thing. You have something that you really thought you were going to love that turned out to be not so good. You're stepping into energy that is, you have to honestly look at yourself more than anything else. And it's not for anyone else's benefit. It's for your benefit. You don't have to share this with anyone. Just do what you do, because Aquarians are very good at this when they want to be. When you want to see something and you really want to see it clearly, you can do it better than anyone in the zodiac. And you're being called to. There was an injustice done to you. Plain and simple. You were not wrong in that respect. You do have the Nine of Pentacles, which is your harvest that's waiting for you. Yeah, you have a lot of sword energy around you, a lot of mental. You have to point your swords in the right direction, though, here. You may have been offered something that you turned down in lieu of something else. I want you to know that in the future you're going to have choices. You're going to have your long-term stability. And I'm going to stop at this major arcana because the Magician, I always look at it like it's a Gemini Aquarian card. And in this particular reading, you're the Magician. You are the person that can change this. You can change the energy of this card. I'm going to take a peek. I'm not supposed to. Yep, the Three of Swords. You have the Three of Swords under the Magician. This was a painful situation at one time. This doesn't feel like... you might be looking at this and saying, I'm not in pain anymore. You're being asked to look at this situation so you could move on to your harvest. Now, let's go back to this. This is... I hear, see, notice, and understand messages from the divine. Feel serenity and calmness, and that goes with the Harmony card. You want that more than anything else. You just want to feel grounded again. You want to feel happy again. You want to feel like you have a target, and you want to move past all this crap, and I don't blame you for that. You're going to, in your birthday year here, Aquarius, especially with Pluto in Aquarius, you're going to get your wish. How fast it happens is going to be up to you. This says in October, you're going to have an amazing... Something big is going to happen in October as far as your harvest. And that does make sense. Look at these two cards. Doesn't that look very similar? There's something major that's going to happen in October for whoever chose this group, because it's in progress now. It's going to take time to get to where you specifically want to be. But I'm telling you, in the fall here, it looks like something's going to happen, and it is in progress now. It's coming together. It's coming together as we speak. You are manifesting this. Just do whatever work, whatever loose ends have to be tied up. Whatever that may be for each of you, it's going to be different. It could be pain that you haven't dealt with. It could be a partner that you haven't completely closed the door to. It could be a job that you hate and you're still searching for another. You have to tie up that loose end, whatever that loose end is, okay? Get rid of the garbage so all the magic can come in. You have magic waiting for you here. With these readings, there's always a good ending if you do the work, right? The good ending will always be there waiting for you if you do the work. Now, do you want to do the work now so you can reap your harvest sooner, or do you want to just have another year of crap so you can do the work next year? Just get it over with. Rip the Band-Aid off, Aquarius. Trust me. And, most of you already know that I am an Aquarian and I get this energy. But this would make me feel so good to see this harvest, to see this in progress now. You're so close. You're so close. Trust in the divine here. Open up the channels between you and the divine. You might want to get yourself this stone. And this is something I haven't told the other groups, but I'm being called to tell you to perhaps pick up this crystal. Celestite. It doesn't have to be big, huge crystal like this. And I don't sell them, so I'm not trying to sell you something, okay? It could be a beautiful crystal like this if you can find one and you want to spend the money, or you can get something very small like depicted on this card. The energy will be the same. Just get it from a reputable source. Don't go to Temu or anything like that. Go to a source that you know has legitimate, real crystals. And sleep with this next to you. Have this with you all the time. You might get messages from the divine. I really think I'm being called to say that, and you can listen to the other groups. I did not say that to them. So take it for what it's worth, Aquarius. I really wish you the best birthday. You deserve it. Namaste.